1. Max Kranick's season cut short, elbow surgery ahead for Mets reliever. 2. Mets reliever Dedniel Núñez to undergo Tommy John surgery again. 1. Max Kranick's season cut short, elbow surgery ahead for Mets reliever. Devastating setback, Max Kranick faces second elbow surgery. Update 5:35 p.m. There might be a glimmer of hope in this difficult situation. According to Anthony Diacomo of MLB.com, Kranick could potentially undergo flexor tendon surgery instead of a complete Tommy John procedure. While still a major operation, this alternative could offer a somewhat less severe recovery timeline for the struggling pitcher. 3:21 p.m. In a heartbreaking development for both player and team, New York Mets reliever Max Kranick is scheduled for Tommy John surgery, his second such procedure, in just over 3 years, as reported by Laura Albanese of Newsday. And this is where the story becomes truly painful for baseball fans and players alike. This news represents a crushing blow for Kranick, who had finally begun establishing himself as a reliable major league pitcher after an extended absence following his first ulnar collateral ligament, a UCL, reconstruction. That initial surgery occurred in June 2022 while Kranick was with the Pittsburgh Pirates, causing him to miss virtually the entire 2023 campaign during his rehabilitation process. The Mets organization saw potential in Kranick despite his injury history, claiming him off waivers in January 2024 and patiently developing him in their minor league system throughout last season. Their patience appeared to be paying dividends in 2025, as Kranick finally returned to major league action for the first time since 2022 and demonstrated impressive effectiveness. Across 37 innings of relief work, he maintained a respectable 3.65 ERA. While his strikeout numbers weren't spectacular, posting a below-average rate of 16.9%, Kranick showcased exceptional command with just a 3.4% walk rate, ranking as the fifth best among all 347 MLB pitchers who've thrown at least 30 innings this season. The timing of this second Tommy John surgery creates significant complications for both Kranick's career and the Mets roster management. Given the typical recovery timeline for a second UCL reconstruction, Kranick could potentially miss the entire 2026 season, with even the most optimistic projection having him return no earlier than September of next year. This unfortunate timing coincides with Kranick becoming arbitration eligible for the first time this winter, creating a difficult decision for the Mets front office. The organization now faces a challenging roster dilemma. Should they tender Kranick a contract despite knowing he'll miss most or all of next season? Keeping him would require dedicating a valuable 40-man roster spot throughout the off-season, as MLB doesn't maintain a 60-day injured list during winter months. This roster spot could otherwise be used for a healthy player or prospect requiring protection. In the immediate future, Kranick will be transferred to the 60-day injured list when the Mets need to create space on their 40-man roster. During this period, he'll continue accumulating major league service time and receive his full salary for the remainder of the 2025 season. Should the Mets decide to retain him through the winter, they could immediately place him on the 60-day injured list when spring training begins next year. Under current contract control timelines, Kranick could remain under team control through the 2028 season, assuming the Mets choose to navigate these complicated roster decisions. But here's where it gets controversial. Is it fair for teams to face these difficult roster decisions with injured players? Should MLB consider revising its injured list rules for the off-season to accommodate long-term recoveries without penalizing teams? What do you think about how teams should handle players facing lengthy injury recoveries? Should loyalty to injured players outweigh roster flexibility? Share your thoughts in the comments below. View comments 18. 2. Mets reliever Dedniel Núñez to undergo Tommy John surgery again. Devastating setback. Mets pitcher faces second Tommy John surgery in 3 years. In a heartbreaking development that highlights the physical toll of professional baseball, New York Mets relief pitcher Dedniel Núñez is scheduled to undergo his second Tommy John surgery next week, as confirmed by Mets manager Carlos Mendoza on Saturday. But here's what makes this story particularly poignant. Núñez had already battled back from his first Tommy John surgery in 2021, showing remarkable resilience and determination. His journey seemed to be on an upward trajectory in 2024, when he posted impressive numbers: a stellar 2.31 ERA, an exceptional 0.91 WHIP, and 48 strikeouts across 35 innings. However, 2025 proved challenging for the right-hand reliever. Despite making 10 appearances for the Mets this season and recording 3 holds, Núñez struggled with his performance, posting a 4.66 ERA in 9 2/3 innings. While he managed to strike out 11 batters, control issues became evident with 6 walks and 6 hits, leading to 5 runs. The path to this difficult decision wasn't straightforward. After being recalled from AAA Syracuse on May 4, Núñez's ongoing battle with a sprained right elbow forced the team to option him back on May 17. Before proceeding with surgery, he sought multiple medical opinions to explore all possible alternatives. "We wish him the best, and we'll be praying for him," Mendoza expressed, clearly moved by the situation. "He worked extremely hard and came into spring training healthy. You feel for the guy. He gave it a try." This development raises important questions about pitcher workload and recovery in modern baseball. Are we pushing relievers too hard? Should there be stricter protocols for pitchers returning from major surgeries? Share your thoughts on how teams can better protect their pitchers while maintaining competitive performance.